What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Benji, and we are back balling. Got my guy with me.
Do rag Ron in the building.
Do rag Ron. It's a do rag day. What can I say? But I gotta, I gotta, I gotta talk about it, man. My Bay Area man's Dame Dollar, man. It's do rag day on Dame Dollar Day. You know what I mean? Straight from the 510. I got a quick discussion, man. Is it time for an overhaul in Portland? Does Damian Lillard need more help?
Hey man, Dame Dollar. I feel like man, he needs something, brother. I see that there was a mutual agreement to let go Terry Stotts. Really
Mm,
good coach, solid solid coach for Dame. Players coach from what Dame is saying, and based off his appreciation post on Instagram. But they got to do something, man. I mean, I feel like Dame, to a degree, he wasting his prime years a little bit. Granted, I know he loves the Portland organization, BioFreeze,
mhm,
you know what I'm saying? He loves just, that whole environment, but they got to do something, man. I mean,
mhm,
it just seems like it's just him, CJ, maybe Nurkic. I like the acquisition of Covington and Melo.
mhm.
Norman Powell is pretty good too, but it's just they need something to kind of get them over the hump. It seems like each year, each like different teams, especially within the Western Conference, they get that superstar player
Mhm.
versus while Portland and Dame, because Dame is the franchise. Let's be honest, Dame Dollar they get some acquisitions, but it's just like pennies to a dollar, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
It's cool to have, but they ain't gonna really change. They're not true, huge game changers. Some is like, these other teams are gaining, like, for example, James Harden going to the Nets. Now, granted, I love like salute to Robert Covington, salute to Melo, salute to Norman Powell, but they're not a James Harden.
Absolutely.
And granted, Portland's not an ideal marketplace for a lot of players. It's a smaller market team.
Mhm.
But I mean, Dame speaks for itself within that. So I think I give it one more year, bro, where it either comes to they make a huge change within the roster or a coaching staff or something, or Dame's going, like you said, that U-Haul, peace. But yeah, they need to do something, man. I hate to see Dame Dollar drop 55 points and lose. That don't even make sense. What you think about it, Ben?
My feeling was that he never has had enough help. I feel like, in just help aside, I think the Blazers are a pretty solid organization. They have been keeping themselves in the winning stances of the Western Conference. They've got guys that have played in the All-Star game. They are making the small market look like a place to be. But I think moving forward, they just keep running into the same wall, and it's time for them to get over the hump. So it's they're in a weird position where it's just like, what do we do? Got to is it the coach? Is it the whatever? I always have felt like they haven't made enough acquisitions, to
Mhm.
get themselves, and that's what at the end of the day, that's what it's looking like now. As these teams start to load up with guys, you got guys like the Nets, you got the teams like the Lakers, the Clippers that have multiple All Stars, the Warriors, the Nuggets. Almost every team is stacking themselves up with high duty players. And then you're now not is it only just maybe having one player where previously where it may have been not just two players, but now you gotta have your role guys coming off the bench, your other starting players to produce immensely if you want it to be a smoothly even consistent opportunity for you to win day in and day out. And
Uh-huh.
while at the end of the day, like I said, you can carry a team however you may need to put your blood, sweat, and tears out there, but you're gonna do it for so long because a lot of these guys will burn out in the playoffs, or not even burn out. It's just tough to do it over a 6 game stretch multiple times. You know, like I said, Dame Dollar, he can get in those zones where he can absolutely heat up and It's like he's throwing a pedal into an ocean. Like, he's so stuff to stop. I mean, this playoff series against the Nuggets, he was putting up 34.3 points a game, 10.2 assists, and shooting 46% from three. I mean, and you go out in 6 games. That's tough.
That is tough, bro.
That's I don't know, man. Like I said, and then they've made some solid acquisitions in the last couple of years. But I mean, aging Melo, CJ McCollum has been hurt, Nurkic has been hurt. Covington was a nice pickup, but I mean, like, it's not enough to get them, like you said, where they need to be. I think Melo at this point in his career is still a star, but he's transitioned a little bit more to a role position because obviously the superstar of that team is going to be Dame Dollar. So he's not Melo of old, So he's been able to get his isolation buckets in here and there. He's been able to, be extremely clutch, catching and shooting the basketball. All the coverage that Dame drags in on the defense has been extremely helpful for Melo, but the Blazers need some more, man. The Blazers need some more. And I mean, you can even look at his last few playoff appearances. His first time in the NBA playoffs, they advanced to the second round. He was putting up, look at the stats, he was putting up 31-9, 18, 11, and 8. Almost triple double, 36-6, 23, 8, and 1, 26, 7, and 8, 25, 6, and 3 to advance the second round. If you were putting up these subpar games where you're not putting up 25 a game, they get you up out of there in 5 games.
Yeah.
You see, I mean, you can look at this 17, 3, and 4. That ain't gonna get the job done. 19, 5, and 5. Ain't gonna get the job done. 21 points, 9 assists, 3 rebounds. Ain't gonna get the job done. You know what I mean? You can have a game where you have 17 and 10. It won't get the job done. You have to go hero mode to win these games. You know what I'm saying? Next playoff series, you go out in 5, 14, 3, 8. You got games you have 32 and 7. That's what you got to do to win. You got to put up 30 in order to win. You have to. You have to.
Yeah, that is crazy, bro, to see. Like you said, as you see now, like if he doesn't score 30 plus points, they lose the game. I'm kind of starting to see like
here, you can even see.
Oh,
he had 40 ball, 10 assists. That was the only game they won. Took 40
had
points.
to play out of his mind, bro. Yeah, man. See, I just hate because like Dame is a special talent, bro.
Yeah.
And he gets overlooked at times. I'm kind of seeing a trend if he does stick with the Portland Trailblazers and nothing really happens as far as changes wise, he's going to have a career similar to Allen Iverson, which is great. Nothing wrong with that, minus the MVP, because I don't think he's going to get an MVP in this era, unfortunately. But it's just like, bro, you see, I feel like he's one of those players, just like AI, that deserves a ring, bro. He stayed down, stayed loyal. He goes about things the right way. My man spit bars, besides the point, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I really, he's one of those guys, bro. You have no choice but to root for him. And it's like, man, you want to see him win a ring. And I know he's loyal to like, due to his, like, his environment, his background, he's just loyal to the soil.
Yeah.
He gonna give everything he got, but it's just like, man, it's almost unfortunate, man. It's just like, dang, bro, one move and shoot, he could be in the finals.
Right. And you know what I'm saying? This isn't, of course, to downplay Dan, because like you said, I think at the end of the day, that's what is his benefit is going to be his downfall. He wants to remain loyal. He wants to stick it out, work hard, be the underdog, grind it out, figure it out, and try to make it work. But in the end of the day, it looks like he's one of the only guys that care about that, because I think that's, like I said, it's embedded in his blood, man. He wants to work through it, push and give it his all through his current situation, and not try and find a quick cheat or a quick lane to get, this desired outcome. But at the end of the day, like I said, I feel like he's the only one that's going to do that because everybody is team hopping nowadays. Everybody is stacking up in order to get a ring because, like you said, this era, your career is so short and there's so much talent. It's tough to get yourself over the hump. So I mean, obviously they ask him all the time if he would consider joining a super team or anything like that, but he's gonna remain loyal to the soul. And I think that what is gonna be his benefit, what kind of got him to this point, is gonna be his downfall because it's just like you said, I think AI is a good comparison, man. He's gonna, put out these ungodly stats. He's gonna carry this team that without him, maybe, is not seeing the light of the day, the light at the end of the tunnel. But at what
Yeah.
cost kind of deal.
Hey, Dame, do what's best for you. I know you Dame time, but it might be time to think about a new change of environment, bro.
For that.
I love CJ McCollum, but he just seems similar. I can kind of compare him to AD, great guard, different positions clearly, but I mean, he seems to have a lot of injury, like an injury history. And I mean, Dame needs someone a consistent superstar or partner in crime to kind of help him prevail. Like as we just seen, bro, this man averaging granted 40 points, cool. But it's like that's just a win one game. Like, I mean, I believe Dame is who he is, but it's like, but that does play a toll in your body. We see what happened to LeBron and the Lakers.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I wish him the best though.
Yeah, absolutely.